Testing. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Testing. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? Down $400 on this account, but we're fine. So not worried about it. I'm just gonna turn around. So, but I wanted to address something today. People are so fucking dumb. People are so fucking dumb. I've been getting message after message the last couple days, and the people that got to me are talking about how I sell crack cocaine. I was making a reference the other day because people are like, "Oh, well, how are people getting their money back that they invested with you if they're not getting it back trading?" Which I never said they weren't. So I'm like, what difference does it make if how they're getting money back? I could be selling crack cocaine, which I'm not, and I said that. But now these people are trying to make out that I'm a crack dealer. I've never taken a drug in my life. I've never had a drug in my life. I've never had a sip of alcohol in my life. I've never done any of that. But when you can't talk about anything else, you just throw shit out there like that, like Jeevan does and like these other people do, because you're a dumb shit. I have never sold a drug. I don't sell drugs. I'm not a drug dealer. I have never taken a drug. I've never had a sip of alcohol in my life. But when you're losers and that's all you can talk about because you know what I'm saying about the markets is absolutely true and you're a pathetic loser, this is what you do. You personally attack people because you have nothing else to do. You have nothing else to come at me with. That's what you have to come after me with, that I sell drugs? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I've never done a drug in my life. I've never had a sip of alcohol in my life. You people are fucking morons. You took the bait, hook, line, and sinker because you're stupid and you don't have brain cells. You want to know who the drug people are? Macedonian, who does steroids. Jeevan, who does steroids. I mean, these people do steroids, smoke marijuana, admit to smoking marijuana, and they're talking about me being a drug dealer. I've never had marijuana. I've never done any of that in my life. But because they're fucking losers and they have nothing better to talk about, I'm glad I am like the topic of conversation in these streams all the time. You're fucking losers. And you can see I'm down $361 in this account, and that's okay. It's totally okay. They are fucking losers, though. I have never done any of that in my life. I'm LDS. I'm Mormon. I don't do that stuff. But you start making all these rumors and stuff because you're morons. You're fucking losers. Jeevan from Capital, Hungary, who is admitted to doing marijuana. Macedonian, who we talked about the other day, is talking to people in these streams about steroids and how he's using them wrong. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? These are the people that are saying that I'm taking drugs. You're all nuts. You have steroid rage. That's good. Kima, that's great. Good for him. That's good. I'm glad for him. I'm glad that he's showing it. So you're saying go look at it? I don't need to. If he's showing it, that's great. That's all we wanted, right? I mean, that's all I ever wanted was people to show what they're doing. So if he's doing that, that's great. What's the problem? It's just so stupid. It's just so stupid. I get message after message saying that, and then they do this. I'm just going to show it to you because it's just so ridiculous. It's just honestly, I think about just not even worrying, and I don't worry about it. But these people are stupid. These people are just hateful bitches. That's all they are. They're hateful little bitches, and they have nothing else to talk about. So they talk about it's unbelievable how stupid these people are. Dumb as fuck. And I didn't think you were smart to begin with, but you're really dumber than I thought you were if you believe this crap that these people are saying. I mean, it's just unreal. Look at this. is. It's just amazing to me. This is a recording of Iron Man, a video on YouTube that's selling the very famous Idaho drug crack cocaine. I never admitted that. When did I admit that? What difference would it make if it's coming from selling crack cocaine? As long as they're getting back, what the hell difference does it make? Be coming from me selling crack. See, they use that one line. Play that thing and play that whole video, and it'll show you that I'm not doing that. And this is great too. This is great. It's just obviously I'm making a dent in these people's, and they don't like that I'm coming after them, so they have to just pull up all this crap, and it's just nauseating because they're stupid. You just lost 50K of real money? Well, I have nothing against Raja. Okay, so I don't know if you're coming in here to try and start crap. I have nothing against Raja. I think Raja is I admire the hustle that Raja has. I even admire the hustle that Jeev has. Jeev works really hard, but don't talk crap about me that isn't true. And what he's saying isn't true, and he's full of crap, to be honest with you. And it's just so stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just, it makes me laugh. It really does. And you know, I wake up every morning and then there's another message for someone. Oh, look at this person. They talked smack about you in their stream. I mean, it's just, why am I the topic of conversation all the time? It's because they can't handle. They can dish it out really well, right? They can dish it out. They're really good at dishing it out, but they can't handle the truth at all. They can't handle it. They can't handle it. That's the bottom line. They're really good at dishing out, but when it comes to taking it, they can't take it because they're little bitches. They're little bitches. That's all that there is to it. They're bitches. It is unbelievable to me what little whiny bitches they are. They are the best at dishing it out. The best at dishing it out. And they're good at it. There's no doubt about that. But when it comes back to after them, they are little bitches. Little bitches. And let me just do this. And I'm not, and then we're gonna go, we'll talk trading because I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of their stupidity. But let me just show you something here. Does that look natural? Look at that. That's Jeevan. Does that look natural? Look at that tiny head. Look at that tiny head and then that big body. Does that look natural to anybody? The dude is on serious steroids. He says it's all natural. It's not all natural, people. That is not natural at all. Okay? I don't care what anyone tells you. That's not natural. Look at that. He loves a little bit of himself. And that's great. Good. But don't tell people that they're drug dealers when we know for damn certain that that little head and that big body is not natural. I'm sorry but that's just, it's not natural. Look at that. That's not natural. Look at that tiny head and then that big body. That's not natural. I'm sorry. Okay, anyway. And I don't even have a problem with the person. He's the one that started talking and smack about me again. I left it alone. But you're going to keep talking smack, man. We'll keep talking. That's not natural. Delaying instant gratification. Delaying instant gratification. It's not natural, folks. It's not natural. It's not natural. It's just not. Don't care what you say. It's not natural. Yeah, he's using steroids. Yeah, exactly. That's when you have a tiny head and you have a big body that doesn't seem like it fits on the head. That's not natural. That's called drugs. Lots and lots and lots of drugs. It's not. I'm sorry. And I don't even care. But don't tell me. I literally have never done a drug in my life. Ever. Ever. I don't do drugs. I have never had a sip of alcohol. Now I have my vices. I like to gamble and I like to go to casinos and do that stuff. But I've never had a sip of alcohol in my life. That's what's so hilarious about it, is they just throw shit against the wall to see if it'll stick. And it won't, because they're stupid. It's hilarious. And so this is, I was just going to tell you guys, This is the Jarvis trades on the GJ that have been in here. This account for a long time. You guys have all seen it. And I was just down, what, almost $400 in this account now. It's down $140. There it is. There's Mac Attack. Oh, beautiful. And again, I don't have a problem with Mac, but I mean, when you talk about having pictures of 7-year-old girls on your phone and you do steroids, and we can show it again. Do we need to show it again? You do steroids, bro. It's not natural. I mean, we can continue to do this, man, or you can just shut your mouth and admit that you talked about having pictures of my daughter on your phone, and we can do this. But I would prefer that it just stop. But you do drugs, dude. Just be honest. You like cruising you like going to the high schools during the day and cruising the high schools, and you do drugs. Just admit it, man. And I have no problem with either one of those guys, but don't think you're gonna. I have never done a drug in my life. You've got to stop. You've got to come up with new lines. I know the penny lot trading is, it's getting old and stuff, so you have to come up with new lines. You got to come up with new lines, dude, because I've literally never done a drug in my life. But that doesn't stop you from being an idiot. That's the problem. You just throw shit against the wall and to see if it'll stick. That's the problem. You just throw shit against the wall. Here it is right here. Can you explain this, Mac? Kima, what you don't understand is I'm not the one that usually starts it. That's what you don't understand is I'm not usually the one that starts it. I'm a counterpuncher. So this is Mac. I do ISO pullovers always. There's back routines, and this is on a really weird. It's really weird talking about doing drugs, talking about doing, I mean, seriously. And that's the thing you don't understand, and you'll never understand, Kima, is I'm not the one that starts. I literally wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, there's people going after you again. I'm like, what the hell's going on? See, look at this. Look at this. It's so crazy. I mean, we have people talking about me doing drugs who are literally talking about doing cycles of steroids. How do you square that? How do you square that knowing that you do drugs? What does that say right there? He'll say it isn't him because he always does that. He makes that excuse. He made that excuse to a couple people that talked to him, saying that he didn't say that about my daughter, which is completely insane. Makes more sense now. However, whether 7 years, 1 year, or one cycle, that's really weird. One cycle. What is one cycle? Does that mean steroids? Yes, that's steroids. So the people telling me that I'm a drug dealer, I was joking when I said, I was talking about how people are getting their money back when they invest with me. I'm like, what difference does it make? Whether I'm selling crack cocaine, which I'm not, and I say that in the video, but of course they cut that part out because you're idiots. Because you're idiots. You have nothing better to say. Nothing better to say. Look at that. You're on, dude. You do steroids, and fine, do steroids. No one fucking cares if you do steroids. But don't come on people and tell people that they are drug dealers when they're absolutely not. It's just insane. But this is what they do because they have nothing else. They have nothing else. There it is, right there. Look at that. There's another one right there. Please elaborate on the steroids. I'd like to know what I'm doing wrong, as I'm here to learn and better myself. These are the same people that are telling me that it's hilarious, people. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. It's completely asinine. But this is what they do because they're stupid and they have nothing better to talk about. And you know what's happening right now? Mac's going to oh my gosh, he's talking about me. Oh my God. It's just so, you fucking started it again, man. And you're going to get it every fucking day until you bend over and kiss my ass and apologize in public for saying that you were going to fuck my 7-year-old girl. You're going to get it every fucking day. Every fucking day, dude. You talked about fucking my 7-year-old girl. How disgusting are you? How disgusting are you, Mac? Yeah, you're probably right. But it explains a little bit more why they do this, because they're on steroids. It does explain why they do things, because they're on steroids. They're on steroids. And then he tries to say to one people that message him that it's not him. It's not him. Yeah, it is. It's you that said that. You can't hide away from that. And I would respect you a little bit more if you would just say that, yes, I am the one that said that, and I apologize, but you won't, because you're a coward. You talked about fucking my wife and then fucking my underage daughter, dude. I mean, how disgusting are you? Literally, how disgusting are you to talk about? And then you're like, oh, but when she's 18. I mean, you cannot escape that. Yeah, ask him. You don't gotta. Well, look at him. He's 5'8". He's 5'8". He's a midget. He's a midget with large hands. I mean, I wish the best for Mac, and I hope he does find a woman, but at least make it a woman that's of age. You know, at least have it be a woman of age. At least have it be a woman of age. At least have it be a woman of age, dude. Golly, these people. Remove the spaces. What do you mean remove the spaces? What do you mean remove the spaces? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But then again, I usually don't know what the hell you're talking about. Oh, in the URL I posted? You posted that? Which one did you post? You want me to remove that? This one right here? Kima Dog? Or Kima Dorg? You must be Jeevan or someone. It's beautiful. Saved by the Bell. That's a good one. In the YouTube chat. Oh, I don't know. We're gonna talk charts. I'm done talking about those idiots. We all know who the real drug people are, and it's not me. I've never done a drug in my life. Mac is a pedo. He likes underage girls, and we've proven that time and time again. We could prove it again. I mean, we could continue to prove it if we wanted to. Do we need to prove it again? We can prove it again. Let's just prove it again. Because he likes to say that it wasn't him saying that, which is hilarious. Is absolutely hilarious. So let's just go. Let's talk about it. Mac knows we can find this. He knows it's here. He knows that if you look at it, it's here. How many times do I have to tell you I don't smoke crack? How many times do I have to tell you that? I've never had any drugs in my life. You got to come up with something new, dude. I seriously have never had any of that in my life. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that. You steroid using pedophile. Oh, look at this. Look at that right there. Oh my gosh. You know, look at that. This is called steroid rage. Look at that right there. What does that say? Mac, you have child pornography on your phone. Only on my phone when I was 16. And he wants to F JP's sister. He wants to F everybody, apparently. It's weird. 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 Just weird. It's just weird. Dude, I've never had crack in my life. I've never smoked. I've never done any of that. But we all know you have. We all know you have. Yeah, look at this. But he's only had pictures of underage girl on his phone when he was 16. It's never okay to have pictures of underage girl on your phone. I'm sorry. It's disgusting. But yeah, how old am I, or how old is he? I'm just saying, you want to, I mean, talk smack about me and tell me I'm a crack dealer, which I'm not. You fell for it hook, line, and sinker because you're stupid. But whatever. Be stupid, man. Don't fucking care. You're dumb, though. I mean, seriously. You're dumb. How old am I? Is that what you're asking? How old am I, or are you asking how old is the pedophile that we have in the room right now? Is that what you're asking? I don't know what you're asking, so you'll have to be more specific about what it is, because I don't know if you're asking how old the pedophile in the room that we have in here right now. I mean, literally, he's a pedophile. Just so you know, we are in a room right now where there's a pedophile, and he doesn't like it because he begged me like a dog, begged me. Please, Clay, stop talking about this. Please, Clay, stop talking about this, because you're a pedophile. All right, what trades we got going on right now? We got 13 minutes left in the candle here, and we have, it looks like possibly a pound Aussie trade that's going to come off here. If the 1 hour candle closes like that, we will take a pound Aussie trade. So that's the one that looks the best right now. We've got 13 minutes left in the candle, and if you look at the trend on it, I'm going to sell on that. That's the one that's losing right now, but I probably will get it on here. That seems like a big. Why does that seem like a big loss? First of all, it's not a loss, but why does it seem like a big loss? It's actually not. But why does it seem like a big loss? And secondly, it's not a loss. How is it a loss? It's got the 4 hour that looks like it's an uptrend. Daily is an uptrend. The weekly is an uptrend, and the monthly is, it looks like, is a downtrend. How is it a loss though? Yeah, you'll have to explain that to me, because I don't see a loss in there yet. It can seem to you whatever you want it to seem like. It doesn't make it reality. How is it a loss? I'm curious about that. How is that a loss? How is that a loss? Yeah, look at sober Clay. Yeah. Get this guy out of here. Get this guy out of here. Who is this guy? Get this guy out of here. This guy out of here. Bye, loser. It's just so dumb. Honestly, people, just dumb. No, you weren't listening to what I said. I said 3 of the 4 higher time frames, the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, are all an uptrend. And then the monthly was a downtrend. You need to fucking pay attention to what I'm saying. I said the monthly was a downtrend, you dumb fuck. The monthly's a downtrend. That's what I said. You need to pay attention to what I'm saying. Right there to right there. Yeah, I don't want those people in there. Yep. I don't want him in there. Yep, I am. I'm blocking. I did. I sold it. You're right. And I'm about to buy it probably here. Yes, I did. I sold it and I'm down on it. I said that is a downtrend. The monthly, I said the 4 hour, the daily, and the weekly are an uptrend. But the daily just barely became, or the weekly just barely became an uptrend. So yes, I sold it. So what? And I'm down on it. Who cares? Well, yeah, I'm down. Sometimes you lose on trades, and I haven't lost on this trade yet. So what's the point? No stop loss because I'm watching it right now. There might be a time when I decide that we need to get out of the trade, but it's not right now. I'm not a pussy. I know you probably trade 10 pips and you trade those 10 pip pussy trades, but I'm not a pussy. So I don't get scared about that. What am I going to do with it? I'm going to wait till it goes back down. It's really simple. I hope that answers your question for you. I'll wait till it goes down. But if I get the pattern that I'm looking for on the buy, I'm going to buy it here in 9 minutes. Because if you pay attention and stop being a dumb shit, you actually would learn something. If you say every time that it has that pattern to the upside, which is a tail longer than the body of the candle with no wick, and you just circle every time you have it on here. And I know how people are like, oh my gosh, Clay's just drawing circles again. No, it's a pattern, and it's a really powerful pattern that if you paid attention to, you might learn something. But because most of you are fucking dumb shits, and you pay attention to steroid users, then you won't pay attention, and I don't really care. But if you just circle all those times that you've had that pattern, yes, so what? So what? What's your point? So what? We swing trade. We trade a little bit different here. We swing trade. What's the problem? And you're laughing about it. The reason you're laughing about that is because you do 10 pip little pussy trades. You do 10 pip, and then you run like a little scared schoolgirl because you do 10 pip pussy trades. That's why you're doing that. Because you run and hide after 10 pips. See, those of us who don't get scared and aren't pussies after 10 pips, we don't really care. Because we're not pussies. But if you did this and you circled every time you had that pattern on the GA, the tail longer than the body, and you have 5 or 6 examples here, 7 examples, and every one of those examples you would have made money. So if the percentages say to buy this at the end of this hour in 8 minutes, I'm going to buy it. That's what the numbers say. It's a numbers game. That's all it is. It's just a numbers game. So if the numbers say to do it, I know that the majority of the time, 85% of the time, I'm going to be accurate and I'm going to be right, then I'm just going to do it. But what does it matter if I'm holding 100 pips drawdown? Who fucking cares? The reason you care is because you're used to doing it a different way, which is fine, but I don't care. Who cares? Who cares? When I enter the trade, I know that there's a possibility I could have drawdown and I've planned for that drawdown. Who fucking cares? Nobody but you. Nobody but fucking you. Nobody. Nobody fucking cares. But because you're used to scalping, which is fine, you don't understand that. Go do your scalping. This isn't for you then. No one fucking cares. I mean, you're making these comments like I fucking care what you think. I don't fucking care what you think. You're not relevant to me. You're not relevant in my life. You're relevant to somebody, and that's great. You should be, but you're relevant to the people that you have face-to-face conversations with on a day-to-day basis, not on social media where you can act like a tough person. You're relevant to your family. You're relevant to people you have day-to-day conversations with, but you're not relevant to me. I don't fucking care what you think. Go back and do your 10 pip scalp trades. I don't fucking care. But you're not relevant to me. Does that make sense? Nobody fucking cares. You can say whatever the hell you want. No one fucking cares. You're not relevant. When I wake up and think of all the important people in my life, Jaleel, you're not one of them. So I could give a damn 2 flying fucks what you have to say. Nobody fucking cares, bro. Nobody. No, I don't. I like to do this, and I like to do these YouTube streams because, I like to go after them. They like to go after me. But when I get off the stream this morning, I don't fucking care what you think. I don't care. No, because you're irrelevant. Nobody fucking cares. Go do your 10 pip scalp trades. Good on you, man. Good on you. He is. I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's a cave-dwelling Middle Eastern 8th century sand person. And if you're from the Middle East, nobody fucking cares what you think either. Just so you know. Nobody fucking cares what you think. You're a sand person. You fuck goats for a living. Nobody cares. You fuck goats if you're from the Middle East. You fuck goats for a living without lube, which is kind of disgusting. If you don't care, why the bragging about the other people? How many times do I have to tell you that I am not the one that talks? I'm usually the one that counterpunches. I'm not usually the one that talks about people. I wake up in the morning, people say, this person talked about you, and so let's have a little fun. But if you're asking me if I care what they think, I don't care what they think because they're fucking idiots. So like I said, Go back to your 8th century cave dwelling goat fucking. Nobody fucking cares, Jaleel. Don't you have your herd of sheep that you have to shepherd? Yeah, with the goats. I mean, it's important. Yeah, that was, and again, that was a joke too. Just so you know, I mean, Raja can think whatever he wants about me. I don't really care, but we joke around about each other all the time, and I could show you message after message about both of us saying it's nothing personal. But we were talking about if you're in Pakistan, the definition of rush hour is dodging and weaving in between goats. Dodging and weaving in between goats. That's rush hour. I mean, I can show you the message after message that Raj and I have sent to each other saying, hey man, I know we go after each other, but it's just, there's nothing personal about it. I can show you message after message of us talking like that because it's just banter, man. But the difference is banter changes when it becomes personal about family. That's the difference. Banter becomes a little more than banter when it becomes about family and you talk about fucking people's 8-year-old daughters like Mac did. That's when it's different. Banter's banter, and that's fine. I can handle that. But what I'm not gonna put up with, and what I'm not going to do is have people talking about fucking my 7-year-old daughter. Okay, here, look. There's message after message.
Yeah, just kids, man. Just kids.
Look, we talk to each other all the time. All the time. Again, it's getting toxic because I wake up in the morning and people are sending me messages of people talking smack about me, and it's just stupid. And then, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. But let's focus on what we want to do. I'll be right back, guys. But if this candle closes like this on the GJ, then we will definitely be taking a trade on that. But I've got to go get the kids up for like 2 seconds, and then I'll be right back, and we'll take a couple trades. But the reason it's getting toxic because I'm so sick of people telling me that I'm a crack dealer, which I've never had a drug in my life. I was joking the other day, and I was using it as an analogy as what difference does it make? And people ran with it. It was just insane. But let me go get the kids up real quick, and then I'll be right back. All right. No, the reason it got so toxic is you have a bunch of pedophiles like Macedonian, who's here again, who likes to supposedly fuck underage girls, which is again really weird. Right? I mean that's really weird. I know he's here laughing, but it's really no laughing matter that you like to fuck underage girls and that you're a pedophile. Again, it's just weird. It's just there it is. So we'll do a buy on that one right now, just because that's what the numbers say to do. I can still hold the other one in there. No, it's just a joke, man. It's just a joke. We're just joking around with. Okay, so don't take anything I'm saying too seriously, unless it's about pedophile Mac. Don't take anything I'm saying too seriously unless it's about pedophile Mac. Then you can take it absolutely serious. I don't hate the Middle East. Again, nobody cares about the Middle East really. But so please don't take anything I'm saying too seriously unless it's about pedophile Mac. I mean, do we need to go back to that again? Do we need to go back and where he's talking about effing underage girls? I think we should do that. I think we should do that. I think we should go back and look at that. I mean, I told you, this can be over, man, when you bend over and kiss my ass. I told you how easy it is. It would be really easy to just end this by saying, bending over and kissing my ass and saying I'm sorry for saying that, because that's what you should do. That's what you should do. You should say, man, I apologize for saying that about your daughter. But because you're a steroid freak and a road rage steroid freak, it's always, people always project, they say that you're a drug dealer and they're the ones literally doing drugs. So people love to project things onto other people that they're doing themselves. They like to, he's accusing me of doing something that literally he's doing. And it's kind of weird. And I know what they do. It's hilarious. But they like to project these things onto other things. And I don't condone going after family members at all. I don't care if it's Mac's family. I don't care whose family it is. I don't condone any of that. I don't condone any of it. And if they go after their family, I don't condone any of that. I think it's disgusting. I think it's disgusting. You shouldn't be going after people's family. You can keep the smack talk to the people that you're talking the smack to. I think it's disgusting, to be honest with you. But that's for another day. That's another story. So they call me a crackhead. I don't know why, but again, I've never done a single drug in my life. Never had alcohol. I've never done a drug. I literally have never had a sip of alcohol in my life because of religious reasons. Yeah, you have three fingers pointing at you, but it had all ended, and then Jeevan started talking smack about me on a stream again, so I just responded, and it's turned into this complete shit show again. But whatever. I should consider that. I should consider it a badge of honor that I'm being talked smack about with the group of people that's talking smack about me. It's like Donald Trump, right? I am a Donald Trump fan, and he got impeached twice, right? But he should consider that a badge of honor, considering who it was that was impeaching him. It was Nancy Pelosi and the people that are stupid. So you should consider that a badge of honor. He should, that he got impeached 2 times by a bunch of morons in Congress, Nancy Pelosi. So I should consider it a badge of honor that they think so highly of me that they talk about me every day in their stream. I guess I should consider that a badge of honor, to be honest with you. It's a badge of honor, I think, right? They think so highly of me that they talk about me every day. So I should just be grateful for that, right? In fact, that's what we'll just do going forward. We'll just be grateful for that. Thank you for continuing to have my name in your mouth. I'm sure your girlfriend loves it. I'm sure whoever, that your significant other loves the fact that you talk every day about me. I think it's great. You should do that more often. All right, so we were down almost $400 in this account, I think, when this stream started. And now we're only down $42. I'm just going to make sure the kids get off to the bus here for the next couple minutes, and I'll be right back, and we'll keep going into the New York Open. All right, hopefully they can get everything off on their own now. Well, I mean, that's my wife always says to me, I can't believe these people would do this. I'm like, why can't you believe that? People are stupid. Like, I can't believe the people would do this. Why not? Why can't you believe that? People are dumb. People are really stupid. Why can't you believe that? Anyways, let's talk about this. Let's talk about gold, because you can see that we're up to a pretty significant level on gold, and you have momentum obviously to the top side, and you're at a pretty significant level right here. I don't like that yellow. Let's do a different color. This one's probably better. Pretty significant level right here, and then at 1801 right here from these 2 days right here. And this is the area. 1804 was the area it really had a problem getting through. But if you get through 1804, look at this, all this area right here. I don't know. I don't even know if this is Roger or not, but we're not friends. I don't even know if we're friends, but I have no problem with Raja. I just don't. I wish everyone success, and we talk smack about each other, and that's all it is, people. But I don't know if that is Roger or not, but whether it is or not, I don't really care. But I don't have anything personally against anybody. I don't even have anything personally against Jev or Mac. Just, I think it is kind of gross that you talk about fucking 7-year-old girls. But you know what, man? Whatever. Wide open spaces. So if we can get past that 1804, then we definitely have wide open spaces. So, but it's going to have a little bit of problem right here because it's had problems several times getting through this area here and this 1801 area. But if we can get past that 1804 area, then you have wide open spaces. Yep, past 1804. So let's see if we can get there. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can. Maybe we can't, but we're about to find out. And the catalyst to that, the catalyst to pushing might be the open, NYC open here in 23 minutes might be the catalyst to that, to it having enough momentum to get through here. But right now, as you can see, this 1 hour candle that's forming right now is starting to show a little bit of rejection. So you're getting buyers getting rejected a little bit, but it's only 7 minutes into the new candle. So there needs to be a lot more information before we can determine that. But it is starting to show a little bit of rejection right there. So we'll see if it's able to get through there. Okay. I think it does. I think the more times you reach an area, the more times you hit an area, the weaker that area becomes. So I do think that it will eventually pop up above there, but you might need to make another move down first. I don't know. I'm going to let the candles tell me. Okay, I'm going to let the candles dictate what we do and go from there. So right now, really nothing to do because I wouldn't take another trade because I only take trades at the close of hour candles. So really there would be nothing to do on that, but I think that there's a good possibility we get through there. Okay, the pound yen is making another move after consolidation. The other thing too about consolidation is usually consolidation, it will go back in the direction it was going before consolidation. Now this is an example where it didn't. This is a time when it didn't, obviously, because it was going up and then consolidation. I got you, Kurt. I'm seeing your message, man. I'm going to go make sure the kids got off, guys, and then I'll be right back. Anyways, sorry about that. To me, there's no reason to call them. I understand what you're saying, but I don't want to ruin people's lives. But if you're going to talk smack about people, and don't bring their families into it. That's all. I mean, I had Jeevan, I guess, on a stream. This saying that I don't treat my family right. Like, I'm glad someone knows how I treat my family. My wife and I were laughing at that last night. They're like, he's saying that I don't treat my family right. How the hell do you know how I treat my family? Look at this. It's crazy. Like, it's just hilarious. These people throw shit against the wall to see if it'll stick. You know what I mean? They throw shit against the wall to see if it'll stick. That's all it is. This is a message I got when I came back to Instagram saying I have very bad. See, this is hilarious again. Look what Mac's saying right now. I have very bad psychological issues, which is really weird because I'm not a pedophile. Talk about having psychological issues. You're talking about how you're not doing your steroids right. You're talking about fucking little girls. And you're telling me I have psychological issues. I have psychological issues, but I'm not the one talking about fucking little girls. I'm not the one talking about, oh, I'm using steroids wrong. How can I do that? How can I use steroids right? Listen to this. He was probably mistreated as a child by his Amish community. I mean, he's throwing shit against the wall. You're literally just throwing shit against the wall. What? Nothing. I mean, it's just patently hilarious because you're just throwing shit against the wall, Mac. That's all you're doing. Everything I'm saying about you is true and it's proven by facts. Everything you're saying about me is just you're throwing shit against the wall because you're mad because you've been exposed as a pedophile. You're just mad about it. And I get that you're mad. You're probably on your steroids and you have a little steroid rage right now. And you're just mad because everything I've said about you has been documented and proven by that. Everything I've said about you, the fact that you said you were going to fuck my 7-year-old daughter, that you had pictures of my 7-year-old daughter on your phone. So what? I'm going back to $50 drawdown. So what? I was in $400 of drawdown an hour ago. So what? Who cares? So now are we actually going to talk about trading, Mac, or are we going to continue to talk about the fact that you're a pedophile? See how much he has to defend himself right here? Because he knows that he's said those things. Yeah, I got a pitch in at $224. Yep. Mm-hmm. And your point is what? Actually, it's not gold, so you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about because it's not a position on gold, actually. Yep. So anyway, we'll just talk about that. Yeah, it's actually a pound Aussie trade. But see, if you were paying attention, you'd know what you're talking about. But you're not paying attention. But that's typical. You're probably doing another cycle, right? So what? How is that worse? You're hilarious, man. You really are. You gotta lay off. You gotta lay off the juice, bro. Yeah. Anyway, talk whatever you want. We're just gonna focus on trading. You guys talk smack all you want because at least you're talking about me and my shed, which is great. The GJ, you can see we're in a lot of trades on the GJ, and the GJ is about to make a. You can come to Idaho anytime you want, man. Like I said, you think that scares me? Do you think that scares me that you come to Idaho? You can come to Idaho anytime you want, man. But don't fucking talk like you're going to do it. Just come do it. The thing about it is, the people that are actually going to do stuff, they don't talk about it online. They just go do it. Come to my house anytime you want. See, again, you're just talking about stuff because you know what I'm saying is true, and you know that you're on drugs. So, come anytime, man. I don't do drugs. How many times do I have to fucking tell you that? I don't do drugs. I've never done a drug in my life. God, you people are stupid. You people are really, really, really stupid. You got to come up with new lines. You got to come up with new lines. You got to come up with new lines, Mac. I've never done. I don't know why. I'm not mad. It's just you're flat out lying, and you know you're lying. But that's fine. We're just gonna ignore it. How do you know if I'm agitated? You can tell I'm agitated by my voice fluctuations on the online. How do you know I'm agitated? How do you know I'm agitated? Well, I'm glad that you know that. I'm glad that you know I'm not agitated at all, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes. Oh, yes. You're out. Oh, by the voice. Yes. Yes, you are agitated. Okay. Great. 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 Yay. Why does Mac act like he's 12? Hard to believe he's an adult. Because he likes pedophiles. I'm not about to cry. And let me just point this out to you, because the other thing that Mac said, that I got my degrees online, and that somehow that makes those degrees less credible. You do know that every college in America, Mac, has online classes, right? You do realize that every Harvard, I'm not saying that's where I went, because I got to be careful because they'll make little videos. You do realize that everybody and every school has online classes. Yes, they do. Guys, now he's trying to say that not every school has online classes. It's just so stupid. Every college has online classes. Every college has them. They are absolutely credited. They're absolutely. Oh my gosh. Now he says, oh, they might have them, but they're not credited. I love you, man. I mean, I don't know how you wake up in the morning and survive. I mean, I love you, dude, but I don't know how you wake up in the morning and survive, brother. They're credited, absolutely. I don't know how you wake up in the morning, man. How do you wake up in the morning? I mean, it must just be the juice, right? You wake up and you're on your steroids. It must just be the juice. But I love you, man. You can come to Idaho anytime you want. Yeah, see, again, here it is, guys. See, and your wife. See, he just can't help himself. He just can't help himself. I love you and your wife. He can't just keep it about me. He has to bring in. I'm surprised. He probably will bring in my 8-year-old daughter now. I love you and your wife. You don't know my wife. You've never seen my wife. But I'm glad you love her. That's kind of weird. That you love my wife and you've never met her. It's kind of a little bit weird. Maybe just a little. Yeah, crazy. I mean, good night, people. Good night. And do you know why Mac's off right now? Do you know why he's leaving? Because it's when the kids are going to school. That's why Mac's leaving right now, because the kids are going to school, so he's got to cruise around the junior highs and stuff to take a look at those girls. So Mac's off right now because it's that time of day where kids go to school. And, my kids are getting on the bus, so he's got to go cruise around the elementary school. And that's what my wife said. I said that he's probably cruising around. She goes, maybe even the grade school. So Mac's off right now, guys. So if you have children and they're going to school right now, be careful, because you have Mac on the prowl right now, going to check out those underage girls. So just, if you have people, be careful. Just be careful, because he's probably going out to take a look at girls, underage girls. That's kind of weird. It's kind of disgusting. Oh, we got another group in here. Yeah, it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. So just be careful with your children right now. Mac is on the prowl. Mac is on the prowl. He's on the prowl. Delete, delete, delete. Just be careful. That's a public service announcement. It's a public service announcement. Just be careful with your children. Mac is on the prowl. He's on the prowl. You better be careful. Yeah, he does need a shrink. He also needs to lay off the roids because it just messes with your head. But who am I to say that? If it makes him happy, then that's fine. You know, do the steroids. But don't accuse other people of doing stuff that they don't do when literally there's proof all over the place that you do drugs. And that's fine. If you want to do steroids, I'm not. No one here to stop you. If you want to do that stuff, go do that stuff, man. I don't care. Anyways, all right. So what's our next area? We've pushed through this one. Excuse me. 152.63 area on GJ. So what is the next significant level of resistance that we could possibly go to? And it's right here. If we move this up right here, let's move this one up because we don't need this one all the way down here. So the next area of significant resistance would be up at 153.30. So that would be the next area. That would be the next area on that is the 153.30 area. We broke through this area at 152.63. So what I would like to see if we're going to buy GJ again is I'd like to see it go up a little bit further past this and then a pullback to 152.63 and then we can buy it up to 153.30. So that would be the plan if you want to buy. On the selling side, I would have to have a rejection candle that I don't have right now, so I don't want to sell it. But I would like to see it go up a little bit past this and then pull back here and then give us rejection, and then we can trade it up to that next level at 153.30. That's what I'm looking at right now on the GJ. But I would not do it until that 1 hour candle closed, and it would have to be a candle with that tail at the bottom, like this one right here, right there that I'm circling and making a. Oh, I'm not circling. I'm arrowing. It would have to have a tail at the bottom longer than the body. It would have to be a 1 hour candle close, and that's the only way I would take the trade. But I would want it to retrace back to that previous resistance that is now support. So previous resistance now becomes support at 152.63, and I'd want to see that touch, and then now if I want to sell it, I could sell it anytime around here, but in order to sell, I would have to have the opposite of what the buy candle would be. So you'd have to have a wick at the top longer than the body with no tail, so that the sell signal would be that right there. I think you guys will be able to see this. That would have to be the pattern there. Let's see if it happens here. Yeah, you can see that. So that candle has what I consider a wick at the top longer than the body with no tail at the bottom. If I get that pattern anywhere around here, I will be selling the pound yen. Does that make sense to everybody? So if it's a buy, it's a tail at the bottom longer than the body, which signifies rejection, right? If you're buying and you get that pattern, it's telling you that the sellers tried to push, they tried to push and push, and they couldn't push any further, and that buyers started to come into the market. So that's what these candles signify. These tails at the bottom longer than the body tells me that sellers are getting rejected, and the ones at the top with the wick at the top longer than the body up here telling me that buyers are getting rejected and that sellers are starting to come into the market. You can call it an order block, you can call it whatever the hell you want. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, call it whatever the hell you want. So it's, and again, my style of trading is literally that simple. It's trading the 1 hour candle closes with the tail or the wick longer than the body, and I like to align it with the trend. So if I can get it with the trend, then that's obviously better. But I don't care. You can trade it either way. But if you just circle this, and again, I know people are like, "Oh my gosh, it's easy," and trading doesn't have to be difficult. People make it difficult, and it doesn't have to be. But if you just circle every time you have one of those patterns, and you start just going over these, and you say, after 20 pips, I'm going to place my stops at break even. You're not going to win every time, but I guarantee you're going to win more than you're going to lose. Guarantee you, it's going to be about 85%. And you start circling every time you have that pattern, you're going to win a lot more than you're going to lose. I guarantee you that. It's just, I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is, but it's just too easy. I mean, most of those examples that I just circled, you would have at least gotten to 20 pips on each one of those, which I consider a win or break even, whatever you want to call it. I don't really give a damn what you do because you're not really important to me. So But there's several different examples there, and you just start backtesting it, because I always tell people, don't take my word for it. I'm just some schmuck on the internet. Don't take my word for it. Do the backtesting on your own. Do the homework, and it works on any time frame, any pair. And you go over 12 examples of that, and I guarantee you, at least 85% of those examples, you would have gotten at least 20 pips, at least. Now, you're not going to get it on every single one, because there is no system. There is no system that is 100% accurate. Anyone who tells you there is a system that's 100% accurate, they're idiots, and you should stop following them. But I guarantee you, number one, you do it. Number one, you make enough. Number two, you make enough. Number three, you make enough. Number four, you lose. So let's just do this, because people don't, if people would stop being such idiots and pay attention, they would understand that this is a very powerful pattern. Number four, you lose. You never get there. Number five, we're going to have to check, because number five, you might lose too. And you're going to lose. It's not perfect. No one's ever said it was perfect. Well, considering that Jarvis has traded these GJ trades, how is Jarvis a failure? Considering that Jarvis is the one that's trading these GJ trades right now, how is Jarvis a failure? Can you explain that to me? All these GJ trades and the gold trades and all that's Jarvis trades. So explain to me how that's a failure. Okay, so you do it on number five, you get there. How's it a failure? These trades right now are Jarvis trades, especially these GJ trades. How's that a failure? Explain that to me. That's a win. Number 6 is a win. Number 7 is definitely a win. Number 8's a win. Number 9's a win. Number 10's a win. Number 11's a win. And number 12's a win. You get to at least 20 to 30 pips. Okay, so out of those 12 examples, you would have gotten to at least 20 pips 11 out of 12 times. What's the percentage on that? Could someone help me? What difference does it make? What difference does it make? What difference does it make? They're all in profit right now. All the GJ trades are in profit. What difference does it make? It's called swing trading. It's different. I know you like to scalp, and that's fine, but it's called swing trading. We swing trade. What's the problem? Because you're scared to add to losing positions. I like adding to losing positions. I like getting a better price to buy. It wouldn't have been. No, actually, it wouldn't have been. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Number 6 is a win. I don't know what the hell are you talking about? You get in at the opening of the next candle. Number 6 candle closes right here. I'm going to move this red line. Oh, number 6. You're talking about that one. Okay, fine. So there's 2 examples there. So we'll say that one wasn't a loss, because you're going to have your stop loss below there. I see which one you're talking about, but that's not a loss, because you don't have your stop loss isn't right at the wick. It's got to be a little bit below. So if you're at 150.36 and it came down to 150.31, that's not a loss, because you're not going to put your stop loss right at the tail at 150.35. You're going to have it 15 pips, 20 pips below that. That's just the rule. But count it as a loss, man. I don't care. So there's 13 examples, and you're right 11 out of 13 times. That's fine. We'll count it as a loss. It's not a loss, because you're not going to put your stop loss right there. But count it as a loss. I don't care. The point is, instead of looking for ways that this is, why don't you just back test it? So 11 divided by 13 is what? That's 85% of the time in those examples. If you would have just done it like that, you would have made at least 20 pips. But instead of saying, I got to back test this, I got to look at it because I don't trust Clay, which you shouldn't. Just go back test it. But it's like, oh, well, candle 6. You always want your stop loss below the tail if you're buying, and you want it a decent amount below there. You want it 10 to 15 pips, probably 20 pips below there if you're trading the GJ, and it depends on what one you're trading. But fine, call it a loss. So it's 11 out of 13, because then you have to add an example to it, right? Because there was 2 examples there. So call it a loss. That's fine. Call it a loss. It doesn't matter. So you're 11 out of 13 times you would have been right. That's fine. Call it a loss. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, people. Instead of looking for and saying, oh my gosh, man, I might be onto something here, let's just say, well, that one was a loss. which is fine. Just whatever. I mean, I'm just honestly, I'm so tired of just listening to bullshit. Call it a loss, man. Whatever makes you happy. Whatever fucking makes you happy. Call it a loss. I just don't give a fuck. Oh, yeah. Anyways, so you have the opening now and you have gold pushing up. We talked about gold pushing up and that the catalyst to gold pushing up would be what? Before this, we talked about gold pushing up past and that the opening could be the catalyst to that. We did talk about that in this stream, I do believe. So, I believe we talked about that. And it's going to have a little bit of problem. This 1800 area is going to be a little bit of a problem, but I do believe eventually we're going to get through it, and it'll be huge. It'll be bigly huge. Bigly. That's great. You people are great. I don't hate people. I don't know these people, but Kima, what I find really interesting is that you don't think it's disgusting that people talk about having pictures of a 7 or 8-year-old girl on their phone. You've never said anything about that. You are totally okay with people having pictures of 7-year-old girls, adults having pictures of 7-year-old girls on their phone. You're totally okay with that. And you don't see why me as a father would be pretty pissed off about people saying they have pictures of my 7-year-old girl on their phone. Nope. I haven't. Who cares? But again, who cares? Who cares if they're trades from last week? Who cares? But you're basically condoning people having pictures of 7-year-old girls on their phone. Is that what you're saying? Because you can understand why, as a father, I'd be a little bit upset about steroid using people talking about having pictures of my 7-year-old daughter on their phone. I mean, are you a parent? Do you have kids? I think you'd be a little bit upset too, and you would have a right to do. You would have a right to that. You would have a right to be in it, and I would be right there with you. I'd be saying the same thing. But it appears like by your silence that you're totally okay with that. This is so. First of all, I'd say 6-year-old, so you can't even get that right. But he says if a 6-year-old girl sends pictures, she doesn't have a phone. She doesn't know how to send pictures like that. Are you kidding me? You're making an excuse for someone to say, and if a 6-year-old girl sends pictures, I mean, are you kidding me? This is what Kima Dorg is. He's trying to make excuses for people having pictures of 7-year-old girls on their phone. But then he says it's 6-year-olds, so he can't even get that right. He can't even It's just amazing that it's just crazy. People, it's crazy. So he's condoning it. Basically, he's condoning the fact that people have pictures of 7-year-old girls on his phone. It's sick. It is. It's disgusting. But it is what it is. It is what it is because the bottom line is they're sick people. No, I didn't. I asked you a question and you never answered it. You never answered it. I asked you a question and you never answered it. You think it's okay for people to have pictures of 7-year-old girls on their phone? I didn't change anything. What are you talking about? You didn't answer my question. I asked you a very simple question that you can't answer and you're trying to dodge. Burning with burner. Well, I mean, we already did chart analysis, but you weren't here. But isn't it interesting that all the Max defenders are here now? Burning with burner is a Mac defender, which is fine. You know, they're friends and that's whatever. But isn't it fine that we've just went through like massive amounts of analysis, and then burning with burner comes on here and says, Are we doing analysis or are we just talking about kids? You know what's weird? Because he said shit's weird. You know what's weird? Having pictures of underage girls on your phone, burner. That's kind of weird. That's weird. That's kind of weird, isn't it? To have pictures. Okay, for the last fucking time, Casey, I have never done alcohol. That's all right, dude. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying. I've never had a sip of alcohol in my life, and I've never done a drug in my life, ever. I know you like to use that line, and it makes you happy because you have nothing other to fucking talk about, because you won't have a logical conversation with me. So you just throw that shit against the wall. I've never had alcohol in my life, and I've never done a drug, ever. Never. But you keep saying I'm a crack dealer. 6-year-old kid. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, again, this is what they do, and they're welcome to be in here because it is entertaining. This is what they do when they can't talk about this. So again, I do want to address this because this has something to do with trading, because this is another line. So burning, I thought it was about just growing your account every day. I thought it was about just consistently growing an account every day. I didn't think it was about the lot size, because that's what you guys tell everybody when you're in your streams and when you're doing your stuff. It's not about account balance. It's not about lot size. It's just about consistent growth. So, but when you come onto my stream, which you don't ever, so I'm not going to make people think that you do, because it's the first time I've ever seen you, to be honest. But it's about, oh, there are penny lots. I thought it was just about consistently growing your account every month. So what happened to that logic? Why does it change? No, I'm asking you a very simple question. How am I showing? Where's the growth? I mean, do we need to see the growth? I can show you the growth. Do you want to see the growth? Okay, let's go see the growth. Apparently now we need to see the growth, and that's fine. I mean, first of all, I don't know. There's the growth right there on those cells on the US 30. There's the growth right there. On it, 1% on a demo algo. What are you? I don't know what you're talking about. Is Uncle Ted a moderator? Uncle Ted is a mod? I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. Great, Uncle Ted's a mod. Well, no, now you're saying that. Oh, cool. You can be a moderator, man. I don't give a damn what it is. So that right there is consistent growth, isn't it? That was the last 30 days in that account. That's the same account. That's the same. So now, but see, this is the funny thing too, because now he says, oh, well, these are different. He's changed it. I show everything. He's like, this isn't the same account. It's absolutely the same account. He gets paid to moderate. All right. This is the same account. So now it's not, oh, show consistent growth. Now I'm showing consistent growth, and he's like, this isn't the same account. I promise you it's the same account. So now I say it's the same account. Where are we moving the goalpost to now? When I say it's the same account, it's consistently growing every month, where are we moving the goalpost to now? It's the same account. It's the same account. My gosh. Oh no. Okay. Oh no. You might be right. You're saying it's not the same account. It's not the same account that I'm showing on here, and that you would be right. I understand what you're saying now. You're saying it's not the same account as this account that I'm showing on the stream, and that you would be right. Gotcha. No, I understand what you're saying now. Why do I need help? What do I need help with? Explain that to me. What do I need help with? Because we've already shown that I've already shown you I don't do drugs, which is crazy. Call who a crackhead? Who do I call a crackhead? Who do I call a crackhead, Mark? Who do I call a crackhead? Who do I call a crackhead? Please explain that to me, who I do. And then someone tells me that I don't treat my family right. I'm sure glad that you know how I treat my family. That's great. Who You're seeing it on the terminal right now, and you see the trade we took. We took the trade on the pound Aussie, literally on this stream. Oh, sorry, Mark. Yeah, that's my fault. We literally took a trade on the stream. You weren't here, and that's not your fault. But we literally took a trade on the stream because of this pattern right there at the close of the hour, 41 minutes ago. We literally took a trade on there. So we did. We took a trade. We took a trade based on the pattern that I talk about all the time. No, I didn't catch that selling gold. I will be looking to buy more gold, so no. We literally took a trade on there right there. Yeah, again, I don't do any of those things, but yeah. Again, that's something you like to say because you can say whatever you want, man. Say whatever you want. I've never done. I don't know how many times I have to repeat that, and it's because of religious reasons. I grew up religious. I've never had a sip of alcohol in my life. But again, you just keep saying that, man. Just keep saying that if that makes you feel good. I'm glad it makes you feel good. I've never done a sip of alcohol in my life ever. So just keep saying that, man. Good on you. Good for you. Well, again, and Mark, I'm not usually the one that starts the smack talk. I usually wake up in the morning and someone talked smack about you on their stream. So I'm a counterpuncher, man. And a lot of people say you should just let it go. It's just not that person. I'm just not that person. I deal with it in different ways, and I deal with it in that way. I'm just not that person. So I always wake up in the morning and someone will be like, "Oh, someone talks smack about you." I'm like, "Really? Let's go see," and then let's have a little fun with them. So I'm usually not the one doing it. I'm a counterpuncher, but that's fine. But I'm usually just counterpunching. So we can talk about the US30. I'm glad that you have the ability to diagnose someone, Matt, and say that they're clinically insane. I'm glad you've gone through the process of getting licensed in the state that you live in to be able to diagnose someone and say you're clinically insane. I am not the one. I'm not the one that does that. I'm not, but I'm glad you have a license to diagnose people to say that they're clinically insane. I'm glad you went through that college, and even if it was an online college, I'm glad you have that. That's good. Again, good on you, man. Okay, so let's go over the US30, and we'll go over the same pattern on the US30 that we did on the other one, and you'll see that the pattern works on the US30 just like it works on all the other ones. So there's an example, and again, no one says it works all the time. Sometimes you lose. That's part of the game, and there's no getting around that. So we're just going to circle every time you have the pattern to the upside or to the downside. And again, there's going to be losses, which is fine. I don't care about losses. I care about the fact that more times than not, you're going to win. And that's just the bottom line. So they can keep talking. I'm glad they're talking. That's great. But we'll just do some trading here. We'll do some analysis. And but the weird part about it is instead of going back and forth, we could actually all learn something from this, but they won't learn it because they'd just rather come here and talk smack, which is fine. So okay, so Bernard says I want to see the style. Okay, so let's have a discussion. We've just gone over several different examples of when you have the pattern to the upside and when you have the pattern to the downside. And maybe he'll pay attention, maybe he won't. I don't really care, but it's just a numbers game at that point. It really is. I started a little fire. I'm glad I started a fire. I don't know why I started the fire. Okay, I don't know why that's that. Okay, it's just at this game. At that point, it's a numbers game. Okay, on the US30 at
40 to 50 pips, I'm always placing my stop loss at break even. Okay, so let's make that distinction right now. No, it doesn't matter who started a mark. It just needs to be done for today, and we need to just do some analysis. Doesn't matter who started. I told you what I've said. I had not said anything about any of these people until a couple weeks ago. Someone came on and said they were talking smack about me again, which is whatever. I'm down 200 bucks. Who cares? Like I said, who cares? See, again, you're not focusing on learning anything. You're just focusing on being an idiot, but that's your right to do that. So, okay, so the preface is at 40 to 50 pips, you're setting your stop at break even. Okay, let's make sure we do that for the people that are focused on other things. At 40 to 50 pips, let's do it here. 40 to 50 pips, stops are always at break even. You guys are funny. I first of all, Burner, I haven't said anything. I haven't talked smack about you in months. So please keep your facts straight too. Please keep your facts straight too. You asking me to keep my facts straight, that's fine. Please keep your facts straight. I haven't mentioned your name for months. The only reason I started mentioning Mac is because he came in and, anyways, it's not important. I haven't talked about you in months because I'm not relevant to you and you're not relevant to me. Right? I mean, I'm not relevant to you and you're not relevant to me. I don't care. Okay, so on number one, you enter at the close of that hour candle, right? Which would be right here, right? Right there at 35,407. And it makes a high of 35,518. So do you get to at least 40 to 50 pips on number? Do you get to 40 or 50 pips on number one? Do you get to 40 to 50 pips on number one? The answer is yes. So the answer to that is you win on number one. And this is on the US 30. You win on number two. Number three is a loss. And again, you're going to lose every now and again. Not everything is perfect. I have talked about Ted, but Ted and I worked everything out. What did he ask? Am I teaching this? I don't teach anymore. I don't have a class. I don't have signals. I don't teach any of that. Okay, so number three, you lose. Number four, you win. And by win, I mean you at least get to 40 or 50. Number five, you got to check. Because you're going to get into the opening of that next 1 hour candle right here. And if you can align it with the higher time frame trends, obviously it's better. If you can align this to the higher time frame trend, then obviously it's better. Number five, you get in at 35,375, and you make a high of. So you get there. On number five, you get there. Number five, you get there. You at 35,375. That's 25 plus basically 20, which is 45. The spread you get there on number five, barely. So number five is a win. Okay, number six. Now, number six is an interesting one because we're going to say it's a loss probably. But on number six, if you're going to sell this right here at 35,080, your stop loss is always below or above that, above the wick in this instance. But we'll just say number six you lose because it is, yeah, number six you lose. Okay, number six. Number six, you lose. Okay? Well, take profit. You're at 40 to 50 pips, you're going to move your stop to break even, right? At 40 or 50 pips, you're going to move your stop to break even. That's why 40 or 50 pips is on there, right? 40 or 50 pips, you're going to move your stops to break even. And then if it goes further in your favor, you're just going to keep moving your stops down into profit. Number six, you lose. Number eight, you lose. Number seven, you win. Number nine, you win. Number 10, 11, and 12, you win. At 40 to 50 pips, you're always moving your stop to break even. These aren't what ifs. These are candles that I trade all the time. But anyway, that's fine. If that's what you want to call it. It's not what if. These are just patterns that are playing out multiple times. Number 14, you win. Number 15, you win. Number 16, you win. and number 17 you lose. Okay, you at least get to 40 or 50 pips. There's 17 examples there. What about what will market look like? What do you anticipate? I will wait till 9 minutes from now, and I'll wait to see what the candles are doing, and then I'll decide what it is. It works on crypto too. It works on crypto. So on this, you had 17 examples of it. You have 1. I'll wait for the candles to tell me. 2, 3, 4 out of 17 were losses. Okay. 13 of the 17, you at least get to 40 or 50 pips to place your stop at break even. Well, okay, so we'll just say 13 out of 17. People disagree with that, but he does bring up a solid point there. If I'm in a buy, let's just use this one as an example. If I'm in a buy, okay, because this is a good example of it right there. I'm going to circle that, you get in right there, and then you come up to where you're talking about, where it comes up to a resistance level right there. Okay, does everybody see that? Does everybody see that? If I'm in that buy, obviously I'm moving my stops to profit because I got in and I'm up a massive amount. And if I see that pattern start to forming now to the other side, right? So I got in at 34,908 and it's gone up to 35,176. So I'm basically up what? 276 points. But now I start to see the pattern to the opposite side right here. I'm just going to move my stops to more profit. I'm up 276 points. Maybe I put my stops at plus 150. But I'm not going to get out of that trade. So to answer your question, if I'm in this buy and I get this sell signal at the top, I don't get out of the buy trade because I'm not going to get out of a buy trade that's winning for a potentially winning trade on the sell side. So that's the one time where I wouldn't get into this sell, even if the pattern shows up. Even if the pattern shows up, I'm just going to move my stops. See again, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're not even wanting to pay attention to the fact that this is 85% accurate if you would just do it. But that's fine. But I wouldn't get out of that trade there. I would just say, okay, it's showing some rejection at a major resistance area, so I'm probably going to protect my profits. That's all. And then so I use the patterns. To answer your question, basically, support and resistance aren't as important as the pattern or the candlesticks. Yes, I did. I did a buy and a sell right now. Correct. Yep. Okay, and then the other question was, it doesn't matter if it's one candle rejection. I don't care. Again, don't take my word for it. I don't want anyone to take my word for it. Just go backtest it. Just go backtest it. It doesn't matter if it's one candle rejection. It doesn't matter if it's 2 candles. Just go backtest it. Don't believe a word I say because I'm some loser, which you can think whatever you want. I didn't say you said that, but just go backtest it. Go backtest it. So what is the plan on the GJ? Well, the plan on the GJ is for it to go back up, eventually back up to 156. That's the plan. What's the trend on the 4-hour? The way I draw the trend is a little bit different than most people draw the trend. I know. I'm explaining it to you. I don't know if you're being facetious or you're being, but we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I don't know. I don't care. That's how I draw it. Is it higher or lower than it was when my chart starts to the left? It's higher on the 4-hour chart. Okay. So to me, the 4-hour is an uptrend. Might be different. The daily is definitely an uptrend. If you look at the daily chart. Okay. Definitely an uptrend on the daily chart. The weekly chart, an uptrend. The monthly chart, downtrend. So you have 3 of the 4 higher time frames that are in an uptrend. So I would be looking to buy dips every time because the higher time frame trends are up. So the higher time frame trends are up, so I would be looking to buy dips. So if I'm looking to buy dips, I'm looking for that buy candle. Which would be, a buy candle would be something like this. With that tail at the bottom longer than the body of the candle with no wick at the top. So I look for the trend on the higher time frames, and I try to follow the trend and trade with the trend. It doesn't mean you can't counter trend. You can counter trend. It just means that your expectations on counter trend trades have to be different. I'm sure you can, Karma. You should go check it out. You should go check it out. I'm sure you have the ability to go check out the MyFX book on Jarvis. I think you should go check that out. I know you're smart enough to do that, so why don't you just go check it out? So, I'm sure you have the ability to do that. I'm sure you have the ability to do that. Counter trends have to be quicker. Your expectations for what you expect have to be different. But, you know, again, like I said, to each his own. That's fine. I don't know if it necessarily has to be smaller risk and smaller stuff, but your expectations for what you know, for the risk to reward have to be different, I think. But and we should get together sometime, dude. I have no problem with anybody. I'm going to be in Florida again next week, in Miami all week. I know you're in Florida. We should get together. I have no problem. I literally have no problems with anybody. I don't. It's smack talk. I just don't like it when, again, I just don't like it when smack talk becomes smack talk about people's families. That's when it crosses the line for me. That's what it crosses the line for me. You can talk smack about me all you want. I have broad shoulders. Talk smack about me all you want. But when you bring my family into it, you bring my wife into it, or you bring my now 8-year-old daughter into it, that's where I draw the line. Okay? Trust me. We can have heated discussions. You can call me all sorts of names, but that's where I draw the line. And that anybody that has kids would feel the same way. You don't talk smack about the kids. You leave the kids out of it. I didn't say you did. I'm just saying in general. I'm saying in general, and I'm saying what Mac did, talking about fucking my 7-year-old daughter burner. And I know you don't condone that. I didn't say your name. I've literally said that like 3 times now, that I'm not saying that's what you did. I'm saying that's what Mac did. I mean, do we need to go over the messages? He talked about fucking my daughter and my wife. All this smack talk is smack talk, but when you talk about fucking people's daughters and fucking people's wives, that's disgusting. It's disgusting. Do we need to go over it again? I can show you message after message about Mac saying he has pictures of my daughter on his phone, which is disgusting. And he talks about fucking my wife and fucking my... we'll just go look at it. Because no one believes what people say, and we'll just go look at it. It's disgusting, people. You can talk smack about me, you can talk smack about whatever. You don't talk smack about my 7-year-old daughter or my wife. It's disgusting. Look, here it is. It's disgusting. And people will be like, oh, it's just smack talk. It's just not stuff you talk smack about. Look at that right there. Right there. Right there. Look at that. How do you explain that? Like, how do you explain how that's even okay? I'll fuck your wife too. Your daughter next. How do you square that? And look, he's laughing right now. Mac's in the chat laughing again. That's not something you laugh about. No, they were asking, but I'm just saying that's not something you laugh about. You literally, that's not something you laugh about. And then talking about having pornography on your phone. No one's scamming, Casey. No one's scamming. But you believe whatever you want, man. You're entitled to believe whatever you want. But Casey, it's just weird that you're totally okay with that. You're talking about me scamming, which is weird, because I can show you PayPal transactions that would say differently. But you totally will not say anything about that. You say nothing about that. So that's totally okay to talk about fucking people's kids and their stuff. But that right there, that's disgusting. So let's talk about the scamming too. Let's talk about that. Let's go over that real quick because it's hilarious. I either have to work on my scamming skills or because people get paid all the time. So you'll have to explain to me how it is that I'm scamming people. Can you explain that to me? How if I'm scamming people, then how come people are getting money back? Right? How are people getting money back? Look, payments going out. Payments going out. What is this? Oh yeah, that's right. There's money sent out right there. 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 Explain that to me. Usually in a scam, you don't give people money. So if I'm scamming people, why am I sending people money? Can you explain that to me? Yeah, so in the video the other day, they're like, well, how do we know that they're getting their money? I don't sell crack. I've never done drugs, but that's just what they do. That's what they say. Because I said on the video, they're like, well, how do we know that these people are getting their money back from trading? I'm like, what difference does it make? Who cares how they're getting their money back as long as they get their money back? I could be selling crack cocaine. And then I say in the video, I'm not, but then they take that little line and say, Clay's selling crack cocaine. I literally said, what difference does it make how they get their money back when they invest, as long as they get their money back? I said, I could be selling crack cocaine. Yeah, see, again, what are these? No, they're for people that invested in the class accounts, Mac. I know you have a hard time understanding. They're from people. You aren't coming to Idaho, bud. Just be honest. But I'm not scamming, Casey. So how I just showed you payments going out to people that invested. So again, you have to explain to me how I'm scamming people. I just showed you literally. I just showed you literally payments going out to people. How am I? So explain that to me. Explain that. Explain it to me. Then show me. How am I doing that? Because people are getting their money. That's really weird to me. How am I doing that? Yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah, you're talking about something from 2007, Mac, and I can tell you what you're saying is completely untrue. What you're saying is completely untrue. You're talking about something from 2007, 2008, and what you're saying is completely untrue. But you should believe it because it's on the internet. Yeah, but you'll never answer the question. If I'm scamming people, why are they getting money back? But they'll never answer that, right? He'll never answer that because he knows. If I'm scamming people, why are they getting money back? No. That's really interesting too, because if you looked at the P&L statement, I've paid out way more money than they ever brought in. You won't go, Matt. You're a big talker on the internet, bud. You won't go, and that's fine. You come. Like I said, I'll have dinner ready. It's like we talk tough. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, you have my license? Oh, you blocked me on IG, bud. Mac, you blocked me. You have my license. That's great. That's great. You have my license. That's awesome, man. You should do that. It's just so funny. Oh my gosh, you have my license. Great. So what? He has my license because they've doxed me, which is fine. That's fine. That's fine. Well, Yeah. Sure, we can talk about the trades. I mean, I showed you that earlier. Do you want? I mean, that I showed you that earlier. Do you want? And again, what difference does it make? These people, you guys are funny. I mean, I mean, that right there is showing $1,200 taken out of trading. Right there. Is that showing $1,200 taken out of trading? See, look at this, guys. My wife is going to leave me for back. She's not going to leave me for a 5'7" steroid using person, man. Just saying. She's not going to leave me for a 5'7" midget that does steroids. Okay, so do you see that right there? That's trading. That's called taking money out. That's taking money out. That's what is that right there? Can someone help me? Someone help me right there. What is that? So what now? So what now? What now? What now? Just showed you again that money came from trading, that $1,200. But now they want more. See, this is hilarious. Now I've shown him that, but then he's like, I want more. I want more now. I want more. I've shown you that I'm paying these people from trading, but I want more. Now you must show me more. Now you must show me more. I just showed you $1,200 being taken out of that account, Kima. What part of that is hard for you to understand? What part of that is hard for you to understand? I just showed you. I mean, do we need to? Let's circle it again. Right there. What is difficult about that to understand? That is money coming out right there. See that right there? Right there, that's money. First of all, you don't need to show it. You don't need anything because you're not one of the people I have to show it to. You aren't entitled to anything. You're not entitled to anything. I just showed you, and now you're changing the goalpost. You're not coming for me, man. No one cares. Come for me all you want. Now that actually I take personally because now someone's telling me I sound like Joe Biden. Now that was actually pretty good. I know Casey is talking smack about me, but the fact that he says I sound like Joe Biden, that actually was pretty funny. I don't need that, but we decided to do a cost count, so I didn't need it. That's that answer. Yep. Twin Falls, Idaho. And you absolutely can. You absolutely can. Anyways, this isn't about that. But yeah, it's Twin Falls, Idaho. You can come and visit me anytime. Nobody cares, man. It's not that I took people money. It's that they wanted to do it that. Anyway. I don't care, Mac. You say whatever you want, man. Whatever. They have my address because they doxed me because they think they're really cool. And they think it's cool to dox people. But again, remember this is coming from the person that talks about fucking 7-year-old girls. So, who's also been in jail. So, this is coming from Macedonian who talks about fucking little girls and also has been in jail. Why don't you explain to people why you've been in jail, Mac? Why don't you explain to people why you've been in jail, Mac? Okay, you want to address that one real quick? You want to explain that one real quick, Mac, why you've been in jail? You want to explain to people why you've been in jail? What were you in jail for, Mac? Working for El Chapo. Great. Good for him. So again, I love me some Clay Hall's wife sushi. Yeah, I bet you do, but good for you. You guys are great. That's hilarious. That's great.
She does. She's had 5 kids, man. So I'm glad you think she has a tuna smell. Good for you, man. That's all you have. See, that's all you have. That's all you ever have, Mac. That's all you ever have is just insults about people's wives and people's daughters. That's all you have because you're a pussy. That's all you have. You have to come up with new lines. That's all you have. And the only reason you do this is because you don't like the Wuhan fish market. Let's not talk about Wuhan. Let's not talk about that joke. But that's all you have. You literally, this is all you talk about because you get so pissed off that I would dare say that you're a pedophile. So you come to my house anytime, man. I'm not scared of you. You're a real big talker, man. But I wish you nothing but success. Do whatever the hell you want, but come anytime, man. Anytime. Anytime you want. I'm not scared of that. We can all meet in Miami next week. Do that too, right? You could come down to Miami. It's crazy. Because I'm not good at boxing and you do, and you would probably kick my ass in boxing. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that. You probably would kick my ass. How old are you, Mac? Like 28? You're 28. I'm 44. You box and you probably would kick my ass. So what? You would probably kick my ass. So what? I'd get my licks in, but so what? I'm not afraid to admit that someone who's almost 20 years younger than me would kick my ass. You'd probably kick my ass. I would do it. I would absolutely do it. We should actually do it. We should put it online. You would probably kick my ass, and I have no problem saying that. You're also what, 27, 28? I'm 44. Now, if you're talking about 27-year-old or 27-year-old Clay, then I think we'd have a contest. But I'm 44, bro. I don't move around as quickly as I used to. I'm not about to. Oh my gosh, it's just the same. It's literally the same line over and over again. I'm not about to cry, man. I'm laughing. I'm feeling fine, bro. But thanks for assuming that I'm about to cry because I'm not. But that's just great. I'm glad you think I'm about to cry. This is great, guys. This is getting off the rails, and it's beautiful. It really is, because I have nothing better to do with my time today. So we can do a comedy hour. In fact, I think, Mac, we should get off YouTube and we should get on IG Live. Tom Brady is 44. Yeah, he is. Actually, I think he's 43, but he might be 44. We should get on IG Live, man, and just do it and just go on IG Live. But you blocked me, so I will absolutely get on. I will absolutely get on. You want to do it right now? You have to unblock me, but we can do it right now. You want to do it right now? Let's go. Let's go. I did, Burner. I did block you. Correct. Are we going? Are we going on IG Live right now? I'm ready, dude. Go live right now. I will go live with you. Let's go. I don't care. I'm not scared of that. I'll unblock you, Burner. Is it your Burning with Burner account? I'll unblock you, bro. But you're part of Max. Just have Max start it. Just have Max start it. Just have Max start it. Yeah, we can have a referee too. That'll be great. Let's do it. Are you starting it, Mac, or not? Can I check? Are you starting it? Are you going live? I'll unblock you right now. Let's freaking do it, dude. Like, I fucking care. I have a doctor appointment at 8:50, but we can do it for like 20 minutes. Absolutely. Let's do it. Are we doing it? Do I have to unblock him? Let's see. I'll go and see if I have to unblock him. Just go live right now, because then Burner can be on there too. And we can have just a shit show of a time. Let's see. Let's go. Let's do it. For 1 second, I'm scared of that. You're hilarious. Let's see.
I think you blocked me though, bro. I think either you blocked me, so you got to unblock me. But let's go. I'm ready to go. Are we doing it? New blunt needed for this. Yeah, I might. I mean, I've never done any of that, but I mean, maybe I would do it for this. Maybe I would make an exception for that. Jerry Springer can be the referee. Absolutely. Jimmy Costa too. Oh gosh, let's have some fun. Why not? Why not? Let's have some effing fun. Let's see if he's, or I'll go on live, but I've got to block Jimmy Costa too. Okay, we'll unblock you for now. Let's see if I can find you. We can unblock you, man. I don't have a freaking problem with that. let's do it, man. I'm not scared of that. Oh, here he is. I just unblocked you, dude. There you go. So let's see, burner. I don't know if let's see. I'll have to find burner on here too. So I guess we're gonna do that for a minute, guys, just because it's fun for shits and giggles. Burner. I'm sure you have a burner account that you can get on there, and if it's Mac doing it, then we can do it. All right, am I going on mine, Mac, or are you going on yours? Where's Mac? I still haven't heard from Mac. Mr. Burner, okay. I still haven't heard from Mac whether or not we're doing this. I do have a doctor appointment today. So I still have to hear from Mac if we're doing this. I'm waiting on Mac to tell me if we're doing this or not. I don't see that you're blocked on there, so maybe I just need to look you up. Just go to one of your burner accounts, burner, and request to follow me, and I'll accept it. But I don't even know if Mac's doing this, so. I'll give you 5 minutes, Mac, of unadulterated talk, whatever the hell you want about me, and I won't interrupt you one time. And then you got to give me 5 minutes. I'm not seeing it on there, burner. You know you have burner accounts though, man. So just burner another account. But I'm not seeing that Mac's responding yet, so we'll give him a little bit more time. I know it's hard to do that, but I know you got burner accounts, dude. Just do it right now. Except, oh, there it is, right there. See, Jim Acosta. There it is. You can all be on there. It'll be just glorious. But I'm still waiting for Mac to respond, and I do have to go here in a little bit. So if he wants to have a little conversation, we can have a little conversation. I have no problem with that. My link to Instagram is Ironman Futures Trading, and not Ironman Futures Trading a scam, even though I love that guy. Ironman Futures Trading is my Instagram, right there. So we'll wait to see if Mac wants to do that. I don't know. Maybe someone can let me know if Mac's. I'll be right back. I gotta go just do something to get ready for this. But if Mac wants to do it, I'm absolutely down with doing it. So I'll be right back. All right. No one scammed $500 from you. You took a course and you took the course and got all the information. No one took money from you, Black Panther. Brown Panther, excuse me. Sid used to call me his guru. Sid took a class and he got all the information and then wanted his money back. And you don't get your money back when you take a class and every day after. You took the class, you got all the information, and then you asked for your money back. Oh, Mac is waiting for me? Okay. I'll go. All right, guys. Well, I'll end this right now, and we'll go over to the YouTube or to the Instagram. You took a course, dude, and you bought the course, and then you complained like a little bitch. No one stole money from you. All right, Mac's waiting. All right, I'll run over there. You took a course, and then you whined like a little baby.